Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Assembly. Right now, if you want to look over there at my my influence, I've got 3,410 influence, which is great. That means that I've almost got enough to move into Whitney Field. But I just realized I'm also short people because I just managed to get one of our characters killed. So we're not actually as close to claiming that base as I thought we were. Now, there are a few options at our disposal. For instance, we've got a survivor in need down here, and sometimes those are recruitment opportunities. Now, the chances of it being an actual recruitment opportunity actually fairly low. Why did I grab the wrong bullets? They're actually fairly low because I have so many characters in my community right now. I've got 6, and normally the chances of you getting a recruit mission, they go way up as your population goes down, but as your population goes up, the chances of getting a recruit mission goes down. They kind of vary inversely to each other. But just in case, I'm going to run down here and do this Survivor in Need mission, because if this one gives me a recruit and I pull in a red Talon operator, I can get up to 8 in time to claim Whitney Field. Okay, that was a very poorly aimed door hit. Let's just kill this zombie in a different way. It just occurred to me that I've got a bounty for killing zombies with blunt weapons, and I did not actually equip a blunt weapon. I mean, technically, this weapon is blunt, but... I'm not sure I can walk this off. Oh, painkillers. Okay, this guy wants painkillers. And you know what? Oh, wait. Are there going to be painkillers right here in this barn? I was about to say, like, maybe I should just go and grab a blunt weapon and some painkillers at the same time. Oh, what? Didn't I just do an execution on that zombie? What the heck was that crap? And why are there so many of you? I didn't make a bunch of noise. Come on. Anyway. I mean, yeah, I guess if there really are some painkillers in this place. Oh, look, some painkillers. Hey, buddy. Here you go. I can't thank you enough. Talk to Lanny about joining our community. Now, I kind of don't care what we learn about Lanny here. He's a hairdresser. Do not care. We're absolutely recruiting Lanny the hairdresser. Follow me. I'll take you home. Because Lanny the hairdresser is going to let us move into Whitney Field. So... hop in the car, Lanny. Lanny? Lanny, are you stuck? Are you... okay, there he is. All right, there. Fine. Fine. Get in the car. Whatever. All right, we're going to get Lanny back to base. It's going to be great. And then actually, with Lanny back at base, and this mission completed, that might push us over the edge. We might have enough influence at that point. Because I was going to go sell a bunch of stuff to get enough influence. I might not need to. Though it still would be nice to sell some stuff, because I think we've got some stuff that we don't need. Yep, 110 influence. We have got 3,500 influence. That's awesome. The stars are lining up in our favor. But... yeah, so let's... grab some stuff to sell. What? Somebody needs a cure? Not we're gonna worry about that. So I really don't. Oh, there's the luxuries. Let's grab some luxuries. Let's grab some white flecked backpacks. Because who needs those? And then is there anything else I don't need a lot of? I mean, I've got a ton of chemicals and stuff, but at some point I might want to make a bunch of, say, C4 with all of these chemicals and circuitry. So I think I'm kind of going to hold on to all this stuff. Water boiler. Speeds up kitchen actions. Who needs that? That's garbage. And, though actually, wait. Oh, it's the field hospital that I don't have any mods for. That's right. Oh, that does remind me. I should probably do this action now and then. All right, so we have got a wandering trader really near our house. So since we were thinking of it anyway, and since they don't show up all the time, let's go over and sell them some stuff. Hikari, yeah, the answer is yes. Oh, we got some free stuff. It's a free bag of snacks. Yay. Oh, so important. So yeah, just head over here real fast. If there aren't a lot of zombies around. Okay, looks like I might have attracted the attention of at least one zombie. There we go. Yeah, hopefully we won't get a lot of zombies distracting us. Ooh, ammo person. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to sell you some stuff. Okay, so I am going to be very tempted to buy things from this person. But I got to make sure I don't get myself down below 3,500. So let's just be very careful. I love ammo. I love being able to make a lot of explosives because our goal here, as I've said before, is to legacy with this community. Which means I need to kill the rest of these plague hearts. And I'd like to do it without getting characters killed. I just got Bruno killed. It's kind of funny because I actually did a clickbait title recently where I said, let's get Bruno killed. And I didn't mean it because we didn't actually kill him. But then I went and totally got him killed anyway. Which is just, I don't know, hilarious? Is that funny? I don't know if that's funny. Anyway, okay, we've still got just barely enough influence. So now we're going to head back, drop off our ammo, and then the last step is to go and make a Red Talon recruit, because that will flesh out, it'll fill out that last slot in our community and get us ready without spending any influence and get us ready to claim Whitney Field. Jedi Psych Trick said that Bruno died as a punishment for me engaging in clickbait. You know what? I absolutely accept my punishment. Okay, so we've got 6 too many ammo. And of course we're in the middle of this, but it's fine, I think. Okay, we got a lot of 22s. And we've got a lot of 45s. So there we go. All right, so now I think we're good. We're not over on ammo anymore. So, we do have a horde approaching the base, though. Hey, everybody. What is wrong with these zombies? What are you doing? Is there something weird with the nav mesh here? What is happening? That was bizarre. Okay, so that's another horde killed. We're getting closer and closer to that. Now, before we go out after our Red Talon recruit, let me swap out my weapon here, because this weapon, I got it so that we could fight... Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, so I got that huge weapon so that we could fight Plague Hearts, but that's not going to make me progress on the bounty that I've got. So, all right, let's unmark this Wandering Trader, and then let's open up our radio and open up Daybreak and call a Daybreak operator. Okay, so Comsbold is suggesting that it could be that because I kept shooting zombies with a suppressed weapon, the zombies kept getting more attracted to the sound of a zombie dying than to my weapon. And so they were kind of confused about whether they should be orienting on me or on the nearby zombie. That actually is a really good explanation, Comsbolt. So thank you for suggesting that. I actually am a little bit... I mean, I think we should make it look less weird than that. But that's actually a reasonable suggestion. That means that it's probably not a problem with, say, the nav mesh on the map. Ooh, there's a mysterious wandering trader. What? Oh, hi. Hello, O'Donnell. Infrastructure, huh? Whatever.
Yo, I heard you need some help. What can I do?
Let's take you back home. Because sending him home by himself is how you get a recruit killed. And then you don't have a recruit anymore, which is the whole point of this whole thing. Of course, if I'm just going to drive into every Juggernaut I see, being in the car with me isn't any better than running home by himself. But yeah, imagine him running home past those Juggernauts and trying to survive by himself. That would have been hilarious. All right, O'Donnell, if that is your real name. I'm going to grab this. Gas up this car. And actually, let's think about which vehicles we want to make sure come with us to the new base. I think I might only have the two. I've just got the Jeep and the... Yeah, so I had that other car. But it was just a scout car, and I just don't need a scout car anymore. So, yeah, let's just drive down there. Let's make double certain that I'm not an idiot. Or at least not in this particular way. Yes, I do have enough influence, and I do have 8 people. So as long as I don't get killed literally on the way down there, I should be able to claim this base and start moving into Whitney Field. And then at that point, it's a process of just, you know, making a bunch of decisions about laying out the base. I should remember what I'm doing exactly. What was my strategy with the base I had already? So, oh yeah, I was doing, I had a field hospital instead of an infirmary. That was important. I have a handgun ammo press. And, oh yeah, and I was focusing too on making sure that I had enough morale support. So I think I had like a lounge and a latrine. I don't actually remember how many outdoor slots Whitney Field has. Like, it's definitely got a bunch of large slots, I'm pretty sure. I guess it doesn't have as many as the Lumberyard in Providence Ridge. I feel like it's got multiple large slots, which is good. But I don't know if it's got a lot of outdoor small slots. I guess we'll find out. Whatever. I want to live there because it's big and fancy. That's why I want to live there. Not because I've got a specific strategy I want to pursue. Alright. That's most of the zombies that were right here. Except for this friend. Oh, what the? Where did you come from? Anyway, I can still hear a zombie coming after me. Okay, now we're done. So clearing out Whitney Field just isn't a thing, so I guess we'll just walk up and claim it. Okay, so Zedric is saying that there's 3 large slots and 4 small slots, so... Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our base here. Okay, yes. So, yes, 3 large slots. So we know at least one of them needs to be the field hospital. And I want... Oh, but the staging area might be valuable. Oh, I think I had a... Did I have a forge before? I'm trying to remember. Guess I could have checked, but whatever. Let's grab a lounge. So I've got a bunch of outdoor beds, which aren't that great. I do have... They do give me more beds than I need overall, though. So I know I can at least kill one of them. And now I've got exactly the beds that I need. I guess I'll keep this one. Even though outdoor beds make people sad. If I replace the other one with a latrine. Ooh, I had hydroponics, didn't I? Let's do hydroponics. Because, yeah, our food situation is suddenly dire. Let's do some hydroponics. And then... do I want a latrine? Think about the latrine. And maybe I want a staging area. Well, okay, at least while I'm building all of my, like, upgraded facilities, I should have a staging area. And that's all of my, that's all my labor for now. So, we'll just hang out here. And maybe I'll go over the chat and try to keep up with what you all are saying. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so Comsbolt says that, you know, when they're using scent block and they hit an unaware zombie horde, they keep moving to the sound of whatever the last zombie they killed was. That does make a lot of sense. I think that does probably explain the behavior that I was seeing. So when I was talking about how it seems fairly safe that I'll become, you know, to come down to Whitney Field, Hikari Kishi said, remember when it was just a quick visit to the bounty broker? Right? Like, I keep doing these big ambitious things like, oh, I'm going to go destroy a whole bunch of plague hearts or something like that. Or a plague heart at the same time as an infestation or whatever. That keeps going fine. Partly just because I keep going in with thinking, oh, I might have to run away. This is going to be scary. I could fail, you know. But when I go in with the assumption like, oh, this should be easy. This is no big deal. It's very easy to not take it seriously and get characters killed. So if this is the first episode you've watched and you missed last episode, look it up. I get killed under the stupidest circumstances. Okay, well, we've got a lounge. We could upgrade if we had enough labor. We don't have anything to really install in it. Oh, but we could install a white noise machine in our bedroom because, yeah, our morale situation is bad. Recent death in the community. That's a big part of it. And no one's happy that people have to sleep outside. And hopefully, as we keep building things like the workshop, that's going to make a difference. Okay, so let's trigger the faster build speed. So, yeah, so we got faster build speed, which means that's a good time to upgrade the workshop. I don't have any... I'm really short on mods here. I don't know exactly what I need to do to try to get more mods, but whatever it is, I have not been doing it. Storage. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely need to upgrade my storage before we start losing stuff. I don't even have a storage appropriate mod, do I? Okay, anyway, back to the chat. Oh, so Artelvo says that behind Whitney Field, in the bathrooms, there's a special weapon crate on top of the containers. Well, you know what? That might actually be a good use of my time while I'm waiting for a lot of these construction projects to complete. So yeah, I'll head out there, deal with that, and then we'll mess around with the construction a little bit more. By the way, I love how just completely, like, you know, the fact that the character I got killed was the one named Bruno means we're getting all kinds of Encanto responses. Like how, you know, even after he died, no one talked about Bruno. Or, you know, everyone hates Bruno. So I guess, you know, why should that affect their morale if no one likes Bruno, no one talks about Bruno? It's the fact that no one's willing to talk about him that means they're not really processing his death properly. And that's what's affecting their morale. It's in a subtle way. You know, like lately, like my stress levels and my morale have actually been really low. Not because of anything particularly stressful. I think it's because of just like mysterious reasons. Like, being unhappy for mysterious reasons because you're, like, stressed out in a dozen little tiny ways that are, like, hard to pin down, that can actually sometimes be even worse on your sort of day-to-day morale than having serious things wrong. Like, when there's something that's seriously wrong, sometimes that can actually sort of galvanize you emotionally. You'll be like, yeah, okay, but bad things are happening, but I'm going to tackle them. But when there's, like, a million tiny things wrong, it's, it can actually be pretty difficult to process it in a way that actually makes any sense. And you end up just with a whole bunch of, I don't know, just extra stress and trauma all over yourself. Okay, so I just did this sort of, like, basic... Actually, before I go out there, let's check on the construction. Okay, yeah, I think we've finished some stuff here. So... Okay, definitely need to upgrade the storage. So we'll get that going. Definitely need to install the garden toolkit here. Definitely want to upgrade our lounge. Got massive siege risk, but that's okay. I think that's everything we can do right now. I mean, I guess, yeah, we're out of labor, so. Anyway, so that's not actually what somebody sent me here to do. They didn't send me here to scavenge the actual place. They sent me to look on top of the containers. Aha, look at this. Rare weapon container. So about my, like, weird psychological stuff I was talking about, Jedi Cytric says, it's nice to hear that put into words. Ooh! Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage. Nice. Well, I am so glad that you sent me here. Whoever it was. Was it Talvos who sent me here? So glad you sent me here, Talvos. Can I jump this? Oh, I could have jumped this. That's the way to get over there. Nice. So for those of you who don't know, Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage is considered to be one of the more exciting special weapons to find because look at this. Almost regardless of anything else, it came with 150 rounds of 7.62 ammunition. I could basically probably take out the remaining Plague Hearts on this map just with what I found in that box. So, yeah, congratulations to me. That worked out really well. So what else should I do to kill time here? Okay, so these idiots are... Huh. The weekday warriors can't be recruited yet. These must... These must be one of the weird jerk... Because... Okay, so the fact that you can't recruit these guys yet makes me think they're one of the weird special ones. Because they keep asking for stuff. So either these are the arsehole enclave, which is the ones who basically try to force you to move out of your base at some point, or they're the mooch enclave, who just keep asking for things forever and suck. So I'm not sure which one they are, but I'm kind of inclined to find out by continuing to do the missions for them. So I guess while things are constructing over here, let's give them some cure. Let's grab our cure. Just one of them. We've got a bunch. We'll grab a cure, and we'll drive it up to them and see what happens. I should really fix this car. Or I should not drive this car at all. That's an option. Let's just park this car right here. Let's drive the Jeep instead. How are we doing gas-wise, Jeep? No, we're doing great. So yeah, let's just head up there. Oh, Juggernaut. Cool. Let's just avoid that dude. Wow, that hill is a lot easier to drive up in the Jeep than it is in the compact car. Who knew? Okay, so Zedric says that there's also a weapon crate to the east near a food stand. Okay, on the way back, let's see if we can track that one down. I'm so lucky I fit through that. I thought for a second that the car was going to get stuck. Help me remember, by the way, that by the end of this video, I should try to get a glamour shot of my character standing at Whitney Field, because, you know, probably going to stick Whitney Field in the title of the video, so I should have a I should have an image to back it up. Zedric says it's across the street from the clinic. Okay. Maybe that'll give me enough to go on. Ha! See you later, Juggernaut. Whoa, whoops. I guess I shouldn't taunt a Juggernaut if I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep driving at speed. Okay, now I'm far enough away. Oh gosh, no. Okay. Definitely better to go off a cliff than hit a bloater. So...
Looks like some hungry deadheads are wandering in. Not a problem, just letting you know.
Okay. I don't know what to expect from this zombie threat at home. I don't know what to expect from this siege. Because I'm in the middle of construction, which means that it's probably going to be a worst-case scenario siege. But it's also at Whitney Field, which has actually got some weirdnesses about it, and it's actually kind of hard to stage a really scary siege there. Because there just aren't a lot of great zombie spawn points around it. So I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Thank you.
Here you go, Rasp.
All right. See ya. Good to see you alive, buddy. Come in.
Yay, 110 influence. Well, it's not nothing. Back to the Jeep. Well, maybe at the very least I can pull in that Juggernaut and clear him out during the siege when everybody else is fighting. And actually, I can probably kill a bunch of zombies with my blunt weapon and complete a bounty, because it's always perfectly safe and a good idea to go back to the bounty broker. All right, I guess let's mark zombie threat at home so we can get a nice little pointer back to our base. Mozatrack, you're actually... Wait, you're watching my Daybreak video on YouTube while also watching me stream live? Isn't that a little much? Like, I don't know if I'd want to listen to my voice that much, and I love listening to myself talk. Are you watching the video where I soloed Daybreak successfully, or are you watching the video where... One of the videos where I played with Milo, and I'm, like, shouting to him in the next room the whole time? Who? On the way home, let's see. Okay, what were we talking about? Across from the clinic? What clinic? Clinic. Okay. Okay, so some kind of food stand across from the clinic, you say? Oh, is it this? The fruit stand over here? Oh, yeah, there's a little spotlight. Cool. See you later, zombie. Oh, really? Okay. Fine. A rebar blade. That's not nothing. Oh. Zombie thinks he can climb. All right, fine. And a craftsmanship toolbook. I mean, toolbook. Skill book, whatever. The main one I'm always worried about is the Blood Plague zombie. Oh. Okay, you are using the wrong animation, buddy. Okay, stop it! Okay. Okay, apparently everybody wants to come see me now? I wasn't even making a lot of noise. Alright, what I want is to be able to get into my car. And unfortunately, that's the thing the zombies are stopping me from doing. Well, one thing I can do is check out the progress of my base. For instance, I should, you know, increase my food production. I've got a lounge number 2. That's great. I can definitely... Actually, let's just upgrade this sucker. Because why not? We're already going to have a maxed out siege. I should also... Ooh. Upgrade my material storage? Do I really need to do that? Well, I guess I don't have the expertise for other stuff, so might as well. And... I mean, I could do more hydroponics, but I think I will go for the latrine. Let's get our morale a little bit better. Our morale has gotten significantly better than it was before. Okay. So, anyway, I guess it's time to attract the zombies. Come here. Oh, get off me. Come on. Hey, everybody. Come on over here. Put on some bandages. Oh, get off me. Sheesh. Alright, if I can just get them all... I don't know what obstacle I'm up against right now. If I can get them all to run this way... I'd just like for there not to be any blood plague zombies among them. That'd be great. I'm out of bullets, basically. What the? What was that? Alright, alright. Okay, okay. We got them enough cleared out from the car that I could get in the car and get away. Holy crap. And now I'm going to come home to a siege. Whatever. At least I'll have friends. Well, thank you so much for the recommended stopping place, Zedric. Oh, listen to that. Freaking Juggernaut. Getting out of here. Okay.
Zombies coming in. Time to knuckle up.
All right. Whew. Hey, everybody, gather around. We got a Juggernaut that I just don't want to deal with. Okay, now everybody's shooting the Juggernaut. I was about to say, are these folks going to notice that there's a Juggernaut in the base? They're going to just, yeah. I was wondering if they're going to shoot his head enough to take him out, but yes, absolutely. All right, so the rest of this siege is actually no big deal. I do, as much as I like letting other people do the fighting, I really still should try to kill zombies with blunt weapons as much as I can. Nice. That was beautiful. That was great. Thanks, everybody. Okay, my character is exhausted. And it's still nighttime. I was kind of hoping that I'd get a nice shot of Whitney Field during the day.
Let's clean up and see how we stand.
All right. Well, how are we doing? Anything else we need to install? How are we doing with our food production? -1 a day. All right. So we're not quite doing as much with food as we were doing before. Do we still have... Okay, yeah. So this is still active. So we are building faster than we normally would, which is good. We're working on our... I think we're working on our workshop 3. We're working on our storage 3. The latrine will need to be upgraded once I build it. And I got still nothing to install in the field hospital, nothing to install in the lounge. That's sad. I could... Yeah, we can mix around to drinks, make people happier. Let's do that, just because why not? Whew, okay, well now that the siege is done, I gotta catch up with the chat again. Let's see here. Oh, Steve-O showed up. Hi, Steve-O. Good to see you. So, yeah, when I was stranded without my car, Comsbolt suggested that I could go get in the car and run over them. That's true, except I'm playing a Nightmare Zone, which means that hitting that many zombies with my car would certainly set the car on fire. And that was my main problem. Like, if I'd been playing in Green Zone, I absolutely would just get in the car and just hit all the zombies with my car and expect that to go very well. But because it's Nightmare, I could end up without a car, still surrounded by zombies, if I use that strategy. So that's why I wanted to lead the zombies away a little bit before I got in the car, because I wanted to get in the car with minimal zombies around me so that I wouldn't have to hit them all. I could just leave. So, let's see here. So, yeah, Hikari was going to call me Jeffrey Grim Reaper Card because of my propensity for killing people, getting characters killed in this game. I could add Grim Reaper as a nickname for people named Jeffrey, if you think that would be a good idea. Zedric says Nightmare Zone turns all the cars into cardboard. Yeah, it turns the cars into cardboard, and then Lethal Zone turns them into, what, paper mache? Something even more easy to destroy than cardboard. Steven said, yesterday I lost my favorite character because a bloater just spawned inside my car? That's definitely not supposed to be able to happen. I'm so sorry about that. We keep trying everything we can think of to make that kind of thing not happen. And unfortunately, with a game as complex as ours, like, it's hard to think of every possible thing that could cause a problem like that. And so there's many places where, you know, we've done our best and not succeeded. And I feel really bad for when people have those kinds of experiences because I don't know what to do about them except just keep thinking and keep trying. Oh, interesting. Oh, white noise generator, so I can reduce zombie threat temporarily. Anyway, I'm just poking around, looking at Whitney Field. Oh, there we go. Jedi Citrix says tissue paper. Maybe is what cars are made of in the Lethal Zone. Jedi Citrix says, in which difficulty do you think that our vehicles react most closely to how actual cars would if you hit a person with them? That is a very good question because, because people definitely in movies act like you just hit any number of zombies with a vehicle and be fine. I really like, I think there's a game that's called, I think it's a top-down driving game. I think it might be called Zombie Driver, where they've, like, one of the key experiences of the game is driving a car into a horde, and as you hit zombies, your car slows down. So sometimes you can actually smash through a horde, but if you hit it at the wrong angle, you can get gummed up and then you're stuck in the horde. So I don't think that any of because the reaction of our vehicle to hitting zombies is to start steaming and then catching fire, I don't think anything that we do with hitting zombies with cars is actually accurate to reality, because that's not what cars do when you hit people. They don't catch on fire and then explode. So it's hard to call any of them realistic, but I do think that, hitting anything with your car damages the car. Like, cars are designed to take damage to cushion you from getting damaged. And so the car is designed specifically to take a bunch of damage from an impact. You can make vehicles that are good at taking, like tanks are very good at taking impacts with the tank surviving. And cars with enough mass, like tractor trailers can hit a lot of stuff without exploding or without, breaking. But a typical consumer vehicle, it doesn't catch on fire if you hit people with it, but it does. It's not designed to just hit somebody and keep going. It's designed to stop. Then you talk to the police about what you hit, and then you eventually get the car repaired. Or you don't because it was totaled. So I think Lethal Zone might actually be closest to how many people you could hit with your car in the same trip and be able to still have a usable car. Yeah, Lethal Zone is much closer to reality, I think, than any of the others. And Jedi Sectors, yeah, especially with the car, the whole idea that you can actually hit more zombies effectively with your car door. Like, if you actually hit a person with your car door that you were holding open, it would knock the door shut and probably hurt your hand. Like, and the person would obviously be seriously injured by it, but it's not like, it's just not quite the same as the way we depict it. Like bracing your hand out like that, and like, it's like if you just put your hand out and try to clothesline somebody or punch somebody from a moving vehicle. Like, you would hurt yourself as much as you would hurt the person. Yeah, so Cogs has suggested multiple times from the chat that we should have a feature where the game, or basically the community votes to have a new player because you're getting them killed so often. I didn't take it very seriously because, you know, it sounded like a joke, because obviously we're not going to do things that tell the player you suck, because we're not From Software. And, no. Well, like, you know, sometimes a player actually does want a vibe where the game is making fun of them and telling them that they're terrible. Ours is not that kind of game. We do try to make it, you know, we know that losing a beloved character is hard enough. We don't, you know, nobody needs us to go and make it worse by also rubbing salt in the wound and making fun of you. So no, we're not doing that. Bambi says, I can imagine the meetings where you discuss the physics of running people over. Yeah, right? I mean, like, we have to have those conversations, you know? It's like, well, what happened? Like, do we want to, you know, run people? Like, we don't run zombies over in this game, right? Like, typically they don't get pulled into the wheels. They get bounced off the car hilariously. Because, you know, this game is meant to be entertaining. And, you know, it should be kind of fun to hit zombies with your car. I guess I don't need the rifle ammo press because I just picked up a bunch of bullets with my Eternal Guard's Infinite Rage that I picked up. Okay, so once we're done with the latrine, I think I can probably actually kill the staging area, because the main reason I have it, like, I think I've got plenty of materials. Oh yeah, and I've got, right, O'Donnell and Fanning are both providing materials per day. So, actually, yeah, I really genuinely do not need this staging area. I mean, there's two reasons to get a staging area. One is to speed up work, and the other one is to reduce maintenance cost. My people have already covered my maintenance costs, so I don't need that. So, I mean, actually, I'm just going to get rid of it now, even though it's going to slow down the latrine, because whatever. And let's get something different. I don't have an auto mechanic. Now, I could, so right now, I am going through food faster than I'm producing it, which I wasn't doing before. So I could build a farm, but I've also got 40 food. And so I don't feel like that's really urgent right now. I think maybe I'd rather have the forge, just because I can turn a bunch of things into other things. And, you know, given how low I am on parts a lot of the time and stuff, that feels pretty valuable. So, Jedi Cytrix, you just clipped me joking about From Software. For the record, From Software, they don't actually try to make you feel like crap for playing their games. They make their games, you know, deliberately kind of forbidding to give players a stronger sense of pride and mastery for having done well at them, which is different from actively mocking you for failure. They don't actively mock you for failure. I should just say that for the record. It was a joke, you know, because From Software is famous for making punishing games. But they actually, you know, people like those games for a reason, because they actually do feel fair and well planned out to give you a certain kind of positive experience that a lot of people want. So I just wanted to say that, you know, so it doesn't just turn into, like, you know, I'm trying to throw shade at other studios. You know, they make a thing people want, and it's good. Steve-O says it would be cool to have a strip club as a base and stripper zombies. Would it though? I'm not really a fan of the whole idea of sexy zombies. There are definitely games that try to have sexy zombies, and I do not understand the appeal. They're already a zombie. Like, that ship has sailed. Bald, Fat, and Ugly says, well, I think it would be more comedic than sexy. That's true. But it is also a joke that's been made, right? Like people have already made that joke in the past. And it's the kind of, you know, and the joke being, it's someone who is clearly dressed up to look sexy, except they're a zombie and it undercuts the looking sexy. And I get the joke, but it's been made a lot. And so, like, I don't feel like we need to make it again. You know, there's other, I mean, we've got our clown zombies, we've got our war reenactor zombies, we've got other weird, disconcerting outfits and zombies. We've got zombies with the cones on their heads. You know, we got a lot of weird zombies. I don't know if we necessarily need to go there, where it feels like, you know, we're just like, because once somebody's already made the joke and the joke isn't new and funny anymore, then it just becomes, oh, you just wanted to have, like, some skippy clothes in your game, huh? And that starts to feel a little bit odd, especially, again, applying it to Walking Dead bodies. It just feels a little off when the joke is already old. So, yeah. Hikari says, "Wait, bloater dad bods aren't sexy?" I hope that's not a dad. They're beyond dad bods. I think yeah, the dad bod is more of a, you know. I don't think looking like you're about to explode. I don't know if that counts as a dad bod. Bampy says, I think there were stripper zombies in Z Nation. Case in point. Spec Ops wants to know if we're ever going to add more clothes options for people and characters in the game. So that's... we talked about that a little bit earlier in the session, but yeah, I suspect we will at some point. We took a break from it in the wake of finishing up the Bounty Broker because it was exhausting to keep up with the Bounty Broker and add all the stuff we added for that. But yeah, I would not be surprised if at some point in the future you saw, you know, more outfits for characters. Not necessarily the ones people are requesting, but some, because people always request stuff, and it's a lot to keep up with. Banana Tree 2 asks, who decided to make Juggernaut so OP? So yeah, they've been there since State of Decay 1, and I wasn't there during the development of State of Decay 1. I was hired 2 weeks afterwards, and so I don't know. I wasn't around for that, so I couldn't tell you what the process was of coming up with those guys. Really, the process of coming up with new freaks for the game is actually it's mostly about the role that they play in sort of our combat ecosystem. You'll notice each freak has got, you know, sort of they play a different tactical role. You know, with it's almost like an RPG. Like, yeah, it's almost like you know, if you're planning like if you wanted like 4 characters in an RPG party, you would assign them to different roles. You know, the Juggernaut is your tank, the Bloater is your glass cannon, you know, the Screamer is your controller, right? And what's the other one? The Feral. The Feral's like your rogue, right? He's sneaking up there and doing a bunch of damage. Like there's a lot of yeah. So it's almost like we kind of plan them the same way that you would plan a party in a role playing game. It just occurred to me that I probably have some headlights shining into this base, and that's why the lighting's all weird. I'm gonna turn off the lights in whatever car it is. How do I get out of this base? I can never remember how to get out of this base. So yeah, and you'll notice that each of them, for instance, you know, the most... Oh, hey, the Juggernaut just punched this Jeep after I got out of it. So, what was I answering? Oh yeah, so and you'll notice that each of the zombies, each of the freaks has got a different answer to the problem of what do you do when the player has a car? Because, you know, the car is the ultimate weapon when you're not playing in Nightmare or Lethal Zone. The car is the ultimate weapon against all the standard zombies, right? And the fact that the player is in a car just means that there's a lot, and even if they can't hit zombies, they can get away from them real fast. And so it's such an OP weapon, you need to make sure that all of your freaks have some kind of answer to the car. So the Juggernaut, if you hit them with the car, you do more damage to the car than to the Juggernaut, and then the Juggernaut can hit the car and do even more damage to the car. And it takes a lot of hits from a car to take a Juggernaut down. Oh no, the drug stashes missions. Great. And then the Ferals are very dodgy. It's just hard to hit them with the car unless they're already damaging your car, because they're latched on. Bloaters, of course, you never want to hit with the car because they could like murder your character by filling up the car with gas. And Screamers spend most of their time indoors. And so you can't get them, you know, in a car because it's hard to drive a car through the front door of a house. and at least in our game, because we aren't Battlefield and we don't allow you to destroy random walls. And so, yeah, so that's kind of how we plan. We don't really think of them as like, we don't just think of each of them in a vacuum where it's like, oh, what interesting zombies shall we make today? It's more thinking about them as a group and the problems that they solve for the systems in the game. Bampy Bampy says, I'd love to see functional outfits in the game. So that is something we considered when we were adding the outfits feature to the game. We went back and forth about whether we wanted to put functional outfits in the game or cosmetic outfits. Because while I can imagine a way to do both at once, it would take a lot of, UX work to really make it clear, what outfits are affecting the actual mechanics and which outfits are purely cosmetic. And while I think that's something I would love to do at some point, it wasn't really in the cards for us to do it that way for this game, with just sort of the time and resources that we had. So we had to choose whether we wanted cosmetic outfits or, we should be able to climb up on that, cosmetic outfits or functional outfits. And we basically ended up deciding that the main need that we were solving was, the fact that this game does not have a character creator, right? Like, you can't make your own characters. You have to find your characters because we want permadeath to have teeth. We want it to really matter, which means that, if you can just remake the same character again, permadeath doesn't mean nearly as much. And so we wanted to have these procedurally generated characters, which means we needed to have, we wanted to give you a way to customize them and make them your own, even though initially they are not your own. And so if we put functional effects on the outfits, then players would feel like, oh, well, there's a best outfit and every character has to wear that outfit. And if anything, that even reduces your ability to manually, to creatively control what your characters look like. Because like, oh, well, every character has to wear the best armor and the gas mask, obviously. And so you just got a bunch of characters in armor and gas masks. And it doesn't feel like you got to customize. It just feels like we gave you one more OP obligation that you had to sit through. And so we decided to go with purely cosmetic outfits because that felt like it actually added something creative to the game that filled a gap, because you can't, create your own characters. That fills a gap where you can be still creatively invested in the people that you made and sort of the attitude that you've implied about them by the clothing that you chose. So Banana Tree wants to ask me a weird question. Go for it. I'll decide whether to answer it on the air. McGurk is pointing out that when I was talking about juggernauts and cars, point out that hitting them with the back corner of your vehicle is actually pretty effective without doing much damage to the vehicle. That's true. And that actually is a problem we've never quite solved with any edition of State of Decay, any iteration of the game, is the fact that hitting a Juggernaut with the back of your car just always feels like, well, I mean, hitting things with the front of your car, we always make that affect the engine, which means that's what leads to the car blowing up. And that's a really obvious, way to do it. But the hitting things with the back doesn't have that same obvious effect. And so it is much easier to sort of like smack your car against a zombie that direction. The main problem is like it's harder to steer a car backwards. Like a lot of your habits aren't really well geared to that. And so it's a skill, but it's a skill that a lot of players have acquired. A lot of players have gotten pretty good at driving backwards so that they can specifically do that move. Anyway, so we are finally it's daytime, which means it's time to find the right place to stand to show off that I've claimed Whitney Field. I'm not sure where that is. Maybe is it up on top of this truck, maybe? Can I get up on top of this truck? Probably not. Can I climb on the front of the truck?
Screamer there.
Ooh, look at this. Oh, no! Oh, but still, I can do this. Okay, yeah! Look at that! Looking out over Whitney Field. Here, let me just hide myself here. So yeah, as much as I like answering your questions, this was really just about me waiting for the morning so that I could... This line is annoying. Am I going to have to paint out that line? That power line? I might have to paint out that power line to be able to show off Whitney Field without it looking ridiculous. Because this power line has got no context. Like if I put it in a thumbnail, it just looks like I messed up and accidentally drew a black line across the screen. Oh, Hikari says that I should have a bat in my hand. I don't think I have a bat. I mulch bats almost the second I get them. So I don't think that's actually an option. That's a good idea, but I don't think I can do it. What is this? Oh, all the zombies are gathering around me now. You know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. We're done. We're done for the day. I started this day knowing I needed to have 3 videos about State of Decay 2 to last me through next week until the next playtest Thursday, and we have accomplished our 3 videos. So I am done. But let's see what... Oh. Huh. So Banana Tree wants to know, do I have chickens? I mean, in the game, no. And also in real life, no. I don't have any chickens. The only animals that we have are we've got a bird, but it's a budgie, which doesn't have a lot of meat on it. And the eggs, you don't really want to. I mean, it's a male bird. We're not going to get any eggs. And a rabbit, which is technically edible, but it's also fluffy, and we value it for its fluffiness a lot more than we value it for its meat. So yeah. I'm sorry. I'm talking about my pets like I'm going to eat them. These are our pets, and we love them. They're adorable. So, yeah. So those are the animals that we have. We don't have any chickens. Jedi Cytric says, sorry, I made a mean clip. Oh, you didn't make a mean clip. You're fine. I pretend like I'm freaking out about stuff that I'm not freaking out about a lot. So freaking out about things is sort of my brand. So, there you go. Okay. Anyway, let's wrap up this video with a subscribe button and a link to the next video or to my solo Daybreak run, which is what I stick up there before I've made the next video, and other stuff.